Alright, so let's go, small gift. You are... I thank you. That's a super helpful gift. Anyway, let's go... Oh yeah, I want to take a look at one thing. So that's Fatso. Yeah, Fatso is just a fat version of the original adventurer. Same coat, same scarf, same hat and everything. I thought he was just like a Russian dude, but no, he's just the fat main character. I like that. Anyway, let's try that again with this character. Yeah, go full attack speed. Yeah, we're just gonna go attack speed and evasion. This character will handle all the power himself. And yeah, so evasion for the Demon Lord. Probably yes. Let's see, I don't see anything here particularly. No, let's grab the cloth armor. Let's not be stupid. Let's see. So do we... I'm gonna grab the mod after this run, I think. Wouldn't Lotus be better for attack speed? Nope. Criminal Silhouette ends up with a much more drastic, Lotus ends up with a plus 80% attack power boost. But Criminal Silhouette gets like a 200% or something like ridiculous like that. Needs to be a tavern for, tavern building for buying some food before a run. I think so too. I'm really surprised that they don't have that actually. Okay, change my skill. I don't think I'm going to. We need greed for the extra. Yeah, no. I'm currently set up pretty well. Anyway, so let's do a... I was gonna say a quick... Actually, I'm gonna leave this. We might want the food gain buff for this. Having the map would actually be kind of handy. But yeah, my power is only minus 25% right now. So we are going to end up way stronger with this run than we had with Fatso. Just sheerly because of the Criminal Silhouette's abilities. Comboed with everything else. I don't know, it'll be okay. But yeah, so we probably want to get some gold gain because food gain has been rebalanced. I'm not actually sure if it's going to be helpful here though. That's the one unfortunate part. We'll see. Okay, let's leave that. I should not have opened the chest. Oh well, we'll see. Because yeah, I'm going to need all of the evasion. I'm going to need a lot of food. Unfortunately, yeah, it'd just be really nice if you could get the food buffs before you even started your run. I want to play a character actually that's stats are entirely dependent on how much money you've accrued on them. I think that would actually be really cool. Okay, yeah. Already we're getting close to last run's amount of damage. Not finding the there's an archer that's supposed to spawn here. There he is. The banker, which might be a thing in Dreadmore. It's a modded class in Dreadmore, I believe. It's been a while since I've played Dreadmore. Food? Nope, croc. Probably food on the other side, maybe. Nope, even that. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna find the inn absolute last. Sucks, but we'll come back for the stuff. Okay, cool. So let's... How much is gold gain? 12% gold drop, I'll take it. Oh, right. Satiation is still bugged. Well, I guess we are Fatso for this run. Shit. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna buy 3 stats and none others. It's still bugged. I haven't gotten the new mod yet because of... I bought stuff. It was dumb. I'm sorry. I'm gonna alternate between evasion, attack speed, and gold gain. Yeah, don't worry about it, Cryos, if, it's probably on me. So I guess we'll just have a ridiculous run. I'll just be more discerning for this one, I think. Maybe. Because really all we care about is evasion. And attack speed. So you're Fatso Shadow. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, what else do we got? I got the gold gain. Yeah, cheat run. I'm not actually going to cheat. I'm actually going to count this as a regular run. Obviously, the food gain is broken. Our satiation is still broken because I haven't updated the mod. But all I have to do is just honor rules it. Yeah. Buy 3 things, max the food buff? Yeah, pretty much. I'm only going to buy gold gain, evasion, and then 1 other food buff every floor. And we'll just honor rules it for this one. Easy peasy. And that way we don't have to consider this a cheat run. Because I would like to make progress. I think I must have reflexively opened that like a dumbass. Oh well. Let's see. We had another chest. No, we have a bunch of boxes all over the place. We're also not going to have all that much money with the criminal silhouette. Yep, I'm not going to be able to sell things, which makes things a little harder. Just want to go back for all the boxes that I left behind because they're worth cash. Not much, but I'll take it. Okay, I think that's probably the amount of boxes I can find. Attack speed scales. Oh, you're right, it does. Okay, so I'll get attack speed no matter what. We'll just get evasion, attack speed, and maybe the occasional max health. Because you're right. Unlike everything else, it's like a... For gold gain, for example, it doesn't scale. It's not an additive... It's not a value that... It just flat adds on to the other one. So if you get a 50% and you've already got a 200%, it doesn't give you like another 100%. It just gives you, you know, 250. Which I think is fair, but also kind of sucks. Because some of those gold costs shoot up pretty high. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go. So you're playing the Edgelord build. Very good. Yes. I'm looking for a Ring of Midas if I can get it early. If I can't, I don't know. Anyway. Dogs. Too many dogs. Come on in. Yeah, in. Okay, and I've got money. Oh, that cost is going up. Let's get the gold gain. Let's get the evasion. Let's get the attack speed. It's not great evasion, but our evasion's already pretty good for being not very far in. Have I ever found the gold candy? Yes, I have. It's amazing. If I start finding the gold candy, I am absolutely going to just keep it with me every run. Maybe. I don't know. I think eventually I'm probably going to get sick of pure evasion builds. And probably start going to, like, defense and toughness and a bunch of other things. But, for now, I don't know, evasion is kind of the key to victory. And that's vanilla, that's not even me cheating. Like, I could do any run I wanted. Hell, I could do a run where I only pick up evasion if I had all of the evasion items drop max 100% evasion. Like, we might actually just be, capable of, like, winning with, like, just the short sword that way. I'm not entirely sure how the Demon King functions. That's the one caveat. He might be able to hit through evasion or something like that, which would suck. Because at that point, I'd have to stop building for evasion. Chianja Cannon Run. I don't know if I will ever do a Chianja... I'm not sure if I will ever do a Chianja Cannon Run. Unfortunately, the Chianja Cannon does not charge its shots based on attack speed. If you could get a bunch of attack speed and charge the Chianja Cannon really, really quickly, I'd be down. But you can't. Can you mod the starter sword to be useful? Yeah, I think actually modding the starter sword to be useful would actually be one of the easiest things you could do. The main reason why you don't is just because it's boring. But it could totally get modded. I hope they actually add some of these mechanics officially, though, because it'd be nice. It'd be really nice if, like, Tribute was split into 2 different things. Okay, so we have evasion, we have attack speed, and we have gold drops. So actually, we don't want to buy anything here. Only poison and burn can damage you through the evade. And so if you have Bibimbap, then it'll do. Oh, thanks for the resub, Finstar. Yeah, if you have Bibimbap, then poison and burn won't hurt you. Hello, Belial. Are you ready for a proper melting? Someday I wish to kill him before he attacks the first time. But not today. Okay, so we get the RPG, which is really good with our setup as well. Idea for this better starter sword. You contribute and your current starter sword would get stronger. See, that's what I wish they had done. I actually wish you could tribute to any weapon. Have like little progression systems for every weapon along the way. Even if it's just like very mild stat gains. So like, say you could put up the red pickaxe, and it would take like freaking 1,000 items or something to get it even like just a small power bonus. But you could. Because I think that would be way more compelling than what it currently is. So you don't care about max health. 5 evasion's not bad. Let's see. Wander, are you ever going to go back to Fallout 4? Maybe someday. My main problem with Fallout 4 is just it's a very static game. You know, obviously Bethesda's not doing anything with it anymore. So, anything that I do has to be based on like a modded run. And I haven't seen anything that particularly fits my fancy. I also have not had the time. It's really hard for me to... It's very hard for me to fit in every new game that comes out on a given like daily, weekly basis. Let alone, you know, the extras. Jesus, this is stupid. This isn't even like a broken run. Like, you could take off my bonus attack speed that I've gotten, I'd still be melting things. I feel like the insert weapon buff item requirement would have to be reduced amount and not carry over between runs. Maybe? Yeah. I mean, I could be amenable to that and have just like a temporary upgrade system. That's not true, they're fucking up the Creation Club. Yeah, it's part of the other reason why I'm not particularly interested in Fallout. It seems like Bethesda needs to, kind of grassroots their own product. Just go back to basics, stop trying to over-monetize it. Like, if they want more money for their games, fine, just stop nickel and diming people. It feels petty. That's why I've never, like, really... gotten into a lot of Ubisoft products, Assassin's Creed and whatnot. I guess they never really felt like nickel and diming necessarily, but it did feel like it was pacing out a lot of the content into like tiny DLC packs. What other games? That's actually why I didn't get into Paradox until Paradox started like more or less offering me games to cover. I still am not entirely sure if I like that DLC policy. It makes total sense and is totally fair to, you know, kind of pace your game out and be, have, like, tons of paid DLC. It's just too much and it feels like it's just greed. So microtransactions, I don't know. I never know. My opinion is kind of biased because I'm a YouTuber. Doing this stuff for a living has kind of skewed my perceptions on everything. Which, it's a lot harder to, just be like, it's fine. You know, when everybody else is complaining about it, it's like, this is so expensive. I'm like, I got it for free. And then people get mad at me and stuff. See, did you ever figure out the defense bonus formula? Yes. For every 10 points of defense, you get 1 toughness. I think that's how it works. Anyway. See, why is Wander not taking damage? Ooh, I got shields on. I've got the little blue chick following me around and keeping me alive. Helps a lot. Shop has monocle. I probably don't care that much. I'm not going for a crit run here. This is raw power. We're actually getting pretty close to the max cap on this guy's damage, but it is high. Luckily, attack speed is working off of it. Yeah, honestly, I'm getting a lot more respect for attack speed in this game now that I realize that it's exponential-ish. Because originally I was just like, why would I get 5% attack speed over 10% attack damage? But the answer is, it's 5%, but then it's multiplicative, not additive or whatever. Oh, there's still enemies. I forgot. I wasn't even paying attention. Where's my attack speed at? 9.1. Oh, it's going to get real high by the time we're done with this run. Because we're not even to the point where it's giving us the good values. Personally, though, I just feel like game developers should probably just budget their games a little bit better. You know, developers like to talk about, like, the cost of games, and that's why they need all this, like, ridiculous DLC and stuff. But, like, if Shadow of Mordor had not been this, like, ridiculous grindfest and was instead, like, a much shorter, more, like, focused product, I don't think anybody would have minded that much. I rarely hear the complaints about, like, open-world games being too small. Usually, the complaint is it's too empty for how big it is. Just scale that map down. Less grinding. Don't spend all your budget on, you know, maybe don't have a game that looks, like, super top of the line. Just have it look nice from, like, a couple years ago. Try to think of games that, like, look great with a style. There's actually a couple of really nice-looking low-poly games that are coming out in the next couple of years that look really, really nice. And so they're kind of like a functional example. Let's see, I've bought all the food buffs. It's tempting to get HP bonus, but I don't think I deserve it. I'll get it. I'll get one when it's higher. Yeah, anything by Supergiant. I have no idea how to count for Supergiant, because they're very pretty. Yeah, Absolver is a great example. It looks really nice, but it's low poly. And, like, you don't need to have this, like, I don't need to see the pores on my orc victim as I'm stabbing through his well-rendered spleen. I didn't need that, like, 5 years ago and stuff. And it's like, so yeah, maybe in a couple of years when it's really cheap to do that kind of thing. Absolutely, oh my god. Okay, so she could kill me. She can kill me. We need the max HP. Because there's a possibility that she... Well, it's not a possibility. It's after a certain percentage of her health lost, she will, Oh, there are multiple health pickups in there. Weird. That doesn't happen often. Let's see. So, evasion, attack speed... Gold drop. And what's the max health? Yeah, it's still 16. We'll wait for, like, one where it's, like, 24th or something like that. Yeah, because I've thought about this a couple of times, and I'm sure that, like, there's well-reasoned perspectives for why you need to have games be so, like, good-looking. Like, there are some games that need to look really nice, just because that's kind of the point of them. But, like, I think for ages, the console wars and PC and whatever... was all about graphics. You know, Crysis had, like, super well-rendered ferns and shit, and you're like, yeah, that's top-of-the-line gaming. I think at this point, we're starting to hit that, like, critical mass on visuals. We're starting to hit that critical mass on visuals where, like, yeah, you could spend an extra $1 million making something look even nicer. Or you could just wait, like, 5 years and you won't have to spend that $1 million. Just, like, slow it down a little bit. And, like, only push the graphics if you actually need to and focus on the gameplay. It'd be nice. That's why I like indie games. They generally aren't, like, trying to push anything too hard. So you can always kind of just be like, yeah, this is going to be a good game. Also Framerate, yeah. Framerate and optimization. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of getting a Ryzen, which is a fantastic processor. It's done wonders for my workflow. However, it also is, like, wildly unsupported by most developers. Maybe not most developers, but many developers, and it kind of sucks. See, did I not pick up the bow on the ground? Is your inventory full now? Yes, it is completely full. Should probably tribute a couple of things. Let's tribute, like, anything that's gold. Let's hold on to the Savage Axe for a second. Let's get rid of the shotgun and the Chianja cannon. Let's get rid of my short sword. Short sword. There we go. Oh, right. That was my attack speed with this thing. Still not that great. If attack speed is multiplicative, then Bear is OP since he doubles your attack speed. It's a ×2 on top of the attack speed. Yeah, I could try that. If we don't find anything better on this run, I'll probably just carry the same stuff with me and we'll do a Bear run later. See if Bear is super ridiculous. I could completely see it being a possibility. Okay. Yeah, as far as games that, like, look really nice, but probably didn't cost as much money to make, what's the cooperative escape game that's coming out in, a month or two? No, not a month or two, it's coming out at the end of this month. I'm trying to remember what it was called. And I'm coming up with a blank. I don't know. Let's see, can you change how many items you carry over at the end of the run? Yes, you can. In fact, Cryoris did. I can carry over 2, which I think is all I need. I think all I need is 2. Let me see. I probably don't care to sell much. My money is doing... Yeah, my money is doing fine now that I'm not trying to buy everything in existence. Yeah, I don't remember what the cooperative, heist... Not heist. Like, prison... It's a prison escape game. I don't remember what it's called, though. But the cooperative prison escape game is... It's not, like, low poly, necessarily. But it's lower poly, you know, kind of with a much more, like, defined style. Kind of like what Dishonored did. And I think, like, I think that actually would be a really good way for a lot of AAA games to start, doing things. You know, kind of focus on this, like, really nice, like, visual style, instead of, like, pure graphic fidelity. There are still games that, like, I think should have really nice graphics and visuals and whatever. Like, easiest example of a game that kind of deserves, absolutely should go for graphic fidelity and stuff would be pretty much anything by Naughty Dog. Yeah, A Way Out, that's the one. A Way Out looks beautiful, and it's not realistic in the slightest, and it doesn't need to be, and it looks really nice. And I think A Way Out is kind of a perfect example of how to do a, you know, AAA game that doesn't need to be about, like, or that doesn't need to, you know, chuck so much money into, like, pure graphics and stuff, and, you know, get a good style instead. Ow. Well, I guess not ow. It didn't take damage there. So, by the way, if you're wondering why Criminal Silhouette takes so much damage, this isn't a multiplier. I just take 12, maybe 13 extra damage every time I get hit by anything. That's why I get just murdered by stuff. But one of the reasons why, like, I feel like Naughty Dog can kind of get away with having, like, really pretty games is because they've got kind of the brand backing to pull it off, and they put forth the effort to make not only a good game, but a beautiful one. And I find oftentimes, like, developers will be like, well, look at how amazing our game is, and then you actually get to the gameplay and you're like, it's kind of bad, and they're like, how dare you insult... No, I don't know. Usually they just go mum and just don't even respond to criticism and then make a worse game next time, or... I don't know. Mass Effect Andromeda, what the hell happened there? Let's see if I found the altar yet. Yes, and I know what the altar does. Stuff like that. Let's see, we've got a little bit more. Have I tried Celebration of Violence yet? I haven't. I've got it installed. I just haven't had a day, because the problem is, I've got Dungreed to film, which, I mean, I could stop Dungreed at any point if I wanted to. I can stop whenever I want. Shut up, Mom. Sorry. Why was I using, like, a weird old man-ish voice for that? I don't know. Old man with an even older mom. Still rags on him for, playing too many games. Sure. Do I... I'm gonna put on the... Nope. I'm gonna switch to this. Let's put on the Gladius. Put on the Gladius and the hand grenade. I kind of want to start with the hand grenade, see how much damage I can do with this. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, just one more level. Dude, I was like that as a kid. And that's how I became this as an adult. Okay, so we're just gonna Q and E him. And just melt him. He hit me once. Yeah, so the Gladius, somebody pointed this out to me. The Gladius buff gives you a damage bonus regardless of what weapon you have. So if you have it and then you switch, you just destroy. From what I read, the original concept of Andromeda was No Man's Sky. I would love to see a AAA developer kind of try and tackle the No Man's Sky formula in, like, maybe a more focused sense. Like, I would gladly play a game that has, it, like, pretends to be procedurally generated space explory, but is instead just, like, a couple hundred planets that you can explore with your friends. And, you know, maybe there's a couple of, like, Halo-style installations to explore. I don't need an infinite universe that I'm never gonna freaking see. Like, I actually really like No Man's Sky, but I just have questions over, like, what they were going for, because it seems like a lot of effort for a lot of nothing. Where they had a lot of really cool ideas. The sandbox elements were actually kind of nice by the time I stopped playing and stuff like that. And you know, the visuals were good. Those planets are beautiful, but they're also just so empty. And I would have rather them, you know, tighten it down, kept it to only a couple hundred planets, really just made it a single-player or co-op game, instead of kind of this, like, weird extended universe thing. And it probably actually would have been pretty damn good, instead of just being like, hey, here's infinite space, and I'm like, I don't care about infinite space. Space is already practically infinite. And I'm never gonna see it either. I like how I've gotten to the point in this game where I'm not talking about the game anymore because I don't need to talk about— oh boy. We gotta get— okay, I gotta eat, for this one. The only problem with No Man's Sky is they Molyneuxed. Yeah, they did Molyneux a little bit too much. What No Man's Sky really needed to do was hire a couple of YouTubers to actually explain what the hell the game was, because, like, what's his face? Really, well, I guess we avoid taking the damage. Let's see, what's my evasion at? Straight up 50%. We might hit 100 here. We'll see. I'm hoping for gold bead, but I'm not holding out too much hope. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of Shamshir. Let's get rid of the Charm of Madness. I don't need the extra stuff. I'm gonna get the Bloodstone Necklace for the extra health. That's 12. I'll take it. Was I don't know if I was just tanking that. Anything else? Nothing. Okay. Trying to... Now I'm, like, actually trying to think about the game, and it's like, is there anything that I'm, like, forgetting here because I'm just doing this? You're just DPS blocking those fireballs. I was not actually aware I could... Oh, the reason why I feel like I'm forgetting something is because, why did I go to this room? I haven't found the restaurant on this floor yet. That's why.